What is going on, happy people? We got another call today. This one here, I thought I'd take you with me because it's a little on the unique side. We've got a bow thruster on an Agilia. That is a catamaran boat, 46 feet in length, and we have a problem with the bow thruster. This is when they call us, me. This is when they call me. I like to do things in the water so it doesn't cost the customer any further expense to find a yard that will pull the boat out of the water. So that's how I became specialized in what I do. And you're riding shotgun. Okay, what we got here is the Agilia, and it's he's got two bow thrusters. One's on the port side and one's on the starboard side. I'm going to show you around real quick. Our little setup down here. Got our air in the water ready to go. He's going to go upstairs and he's going to try and do the well, he's going to tell me which one, right one or left one. Did you hear that? All right, so let's get in there and see what happens there. Okay, so did you hear that? So that's his little whine on there, and we're going to find out if the blades are spinning, but I do not think so. Do you remember that boat a long time ago where we had a whining sound? It turned out to be the motor. So let's go down there and double inspect and see if we can see anything. Anyway, let's go. Okay, as you know, I've got one side spinning over there. I was able to get one zinc off, but the motor shaft is actually spinning the two blades. I'm hoping I can get in there and put the ratchet on that one nut, and if it spins the shaft, then I got to come up with some kind of creativity to hold that other shaft from spinning, and that's the conundrum. Look, you can see at this point I'm diving down to take a look at the tunnel where the propeller is seated, and that is a side thruster. You got one blade on one side and one propeller blade on the other side. You're going to see me reach my arm way into this well here, and that spinning indicates that it's not even engaged onto the shaft, which later I'll show you where the pin sits. I still don't know what's going on right now at this point, but I'm checking the other side, and here we go. That one's spinning as well. Okay, so that's the loud noise that you hear the motor doing. It's just spinning, but it's not spinning the blades. Now here I'm going to show you an Allen wrench because I'm about to take the 1190 style zinc off the front of this shaft because there's a little screw, and I'll show you later in the video what this zinc looks like. Okay, here I'm about to show you that got everything off. I'm going to be removing the propeller right. I'm going to be reaching up in there and grabbing it. Just watching I don't drop my flashlight. And there you go. It pops right off. I'm looking carefully before I lose any parts, if there was any parts. Here we go. I'm going to bring it out. And we're going to analyze it a little bit closer. I can see that it's worn out right around the edges, right down in there. I can see how the pin couldn't hold on. But then we'll come back and we'll clean this up and make it almost new again, like it just came out of the yard, making sure there no debris in there when we put the brand new propeller back. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. All right, let's see what kind of socket we used. The socket that came off of the Agilia, we were using a 19mm socket with 1/2-inch wrench with an adapter. Okay. Obviously that'll get rinsed off when we're done. But let's take a look at the pieces now that we've taken it off. So, see that in there? I see white calcium, but see up against the walls of that? What I mean is each one of these spurs, I guess you could say. See how it's worn down a lot? I don't see any area that maybe he picked up a stick that caused that jar, but it can happen because none of the blades are broken off. Oh, you know what? No, that's me pulling it off. All right, so back to what we're guessing is maybe the nut wasn't cranked down, the lock nut wasn't cranked down enough. So let's put the pieces here. Pick this up. Okay. Take a look at this. Hopefully that sun's not too far in your eyes. All right, so these are the pieces. It goes on like this. There's a cross pin that you saw in there that goes right into left and right there, here and here. That sits in. Then the nut goes on the shaft like that. And then that gets screwed in like this when you originally saw. And that gets screwed into the shaft. So we reversed all that. We got really lucky, took the lock washer off because the shaft is turning freely on the other blade too. So let's go ahead and put the new prop on, put the nut back on, and reverse the process, and hopefully get the other prop off. Okay, here's what we got. We got the brand new propeller here, and that's this one right here. And this is what I was talking about. See the little hash mark right there? Well, that stainless steel pin that you saw inside there, inside the hole there, is still there. And we're hoping that that will just fit perfectly there. But see this right here? It's worn down on the sides. It's not as deep as those guys. So I'm going to go ahead and seat that properly. The owner, Chuck, has gone to the store to go get 2 fresh lock washers. Lock nuts. Okay. And what I mean by lock nuts is it has the blue in there. It's plastic. They're made with plastic in there, so they're used for one-time use only. But I want to point out, see the walls of those fingers up against the wall there? Look all the way down to the bottom. See the black? See how it's worn about 1/8 of an inch? See this? They're not supposed to be worn at all. So that tells me it was just spinning, which is good. So let's go ahead and get that down in there and see how it fits. And of course we'll go ahead and get the other propeller down. Let's take a look at some of these numbers inside there. 71261 is the part number for this bow thruster. See where the pin fits right inside there? Yep, this fits right on. Then remember that washer? The washer goes right on. And then inside this zinc is the nut, thank God. But anyway, we're gonna pop that nut out of there and see if we can't get some new nuts on the shaft, and I'll inspect that to see, hopefully it's not stripped, and we'll go from there. Okay, so come around here and I'm going to show you the tools that we needed. Bow thruster zincs. All right, so we're able to salvage this one here and take a look at the number, and it happens to be 1190. And if you take a look at our numbers here on the zinc, it says 1180, 1190. And so we're in great shape there, and we even have the screw for it as well. So this little guy right here, one comes in there. So we're set there. So once we put the propeller on, we put the washer on, we put the lock nut on that Chuck went to go get. We'll put the zinc on, and we'll put the screw right in there and lock it up, and we'll give it a bow thruster test, and they can get their way back on the trip to the Bahamas. I think they're going back to Eleuthera to pet the pigs.
Taking a picture of your gopher?
Go for this, go for that. All right, I don't need. So you want to see what the difference is, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we were already showing the audience there. All right, so we got, see our little slice that goes back and forth where the pin would go?
Yes.
Okay. That pins are just fine on the shafts, so we don't have to replace those. All right, so I'm going to turn that one there. See how these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8?
Yeah.
Well, these are nice and flat down at the bottom, and these are worn right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which, and also the spaces where the pin would go.
Mm-hmm.
These are deep.
Yeah, I can see the difference here.
So I'm thinking, see how this is actually really deep,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not worn. Okay, why this one was spinning, I have no idea, because they both were spinning.
Mm-hmm.
But when I put the new prop on the shaft, it actually bit. You could feel the motor grabbing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this next one on, and we got the lock nuts. I was showing you the difference about the lock nuts. Same size, pretty much. Are these stainless steel?
Stainless steel? Yes, there's.
Sure doesn't look like it, does it? Two different colors.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Well, we'll find out.
New stainless steel versus old stainless steel.
Holy schmoly. Look
Maybe
at that.
those weren't stainless steel.
Yeah, they're stainless steel. They said these are stainless steel, huh?
That's where we got them from the box.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're going to find out. We better keep these just in case.
Sure.
All right, so anyway, inside there, you see that little rubber piece right there. That's the locking mechanism of the nut. So we don't have to use Loctite. This one looks like it's a little worn out. So we're hoping that these backed off, causing this propeller to spin freely. Because you do have a powerful motor. But this is a concern to me because it wasn't tight. It was also free spinning.
But you can see this is worn down here compared to that even.
Okay. Just was getting started then.
And this one's worn down a bit too. Because these are nice and right angle. And these are not.
Mm-hmm.
These two sides.
Okay.
This side looks good. This is a little bit more.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed.
Look at that Navy technique.
Okay, let's get up there, turn the engine on, and see if the bow thruster works. Whew. All right, I'm a mess. Put the props on. They're identical props anyway, so it shouldn't make a difference. He's up there. He's gonna turn it on, and we're gonna see if our job was successful. Perfect. What do you think?
Seems to work to me. I don't hear any spinning either.
Another successful job? Incredible, huh?
I only made one comment during that filming. I said, look at that Navy technique. Swimming.
Frogman.
Exactly.
Well, I think you're going to the Bahamas.
And you know what? If we couldn't fix it, we were going to the Bahamas anyway.
I knew that. I knew that.
As soon as it's going, but we might have a bow thrust. I said,
You got-
a lot of boats that don't have a bow thrust.
You got one.
Yeah, and we got a forward line, put the line on, bring the boat in.
Cool beans. All right. Okay, that concludes our venture for today. Owner's happy. Got the Agilia tied back up the way we found it. All right, and we double checked everything. We picked everything up, all our tools, and now we're out of here. And I'm Captain John. If you haven't subscribed, there's 3 things I'd ask you to do: is subscribe, pass it on to a friend, give me the thumbs up. I'm Captain John, out.